Okay, welcome to this channel. I want to welcome everybody to this channel. My name is Richard Clark. Okay, Richard Clark, and I was born in UK, England, in London in 1982. I'm a martial artist. Okay, I train martial arts. I've been training many kinds of martial arts, ranging from karate, kickboxing, and various systems of kung fu and weapons training since I was 12 years of age until now. In this video, the date is the 19th of March 2020, the year 2020 in this video. So I'm 37 years of age in this video. I've been training martial arts since I was 12 years of age. I don't boast or pretend to be a tough guy or anything like that. The Chinese philosophy of the Tao, okay, that is something that's so deep in my life, okay? Yin and Yang, the philosophy of the Tao, Taoist kind of principles. Although I'm not religious, I'll just put that through clearly there, okay? I just follow the philosophy of nature, basically. I'm an outcast and reject of society. I was bullied ever since I was a young child, bullied in school, but I never took to a life of crime, negativity, violence, hatred, or self-hatred, fear, self-harm or suicide, or harming anybody else. I've always stayed on a positive path. I don't even smoke, I don't take drugs, and I don't drink alcohol, any of that. I respect all people for their viewpoints, even though I may not stand by some certain lifestyles of others. I don't believe that words can hurt people and harm people. I only believe that the effects of people not being able to control their own minds will lead them to actions that may harm people. I believe in peace for all people. Since I was a young child, I've always been humble, quiet, and focused on my creative passions, such as art, for example. Art is one of the biggest passions in my life. Now, I create a lot of digital art on my computer. So I create art and animation on my computer. I even create all the music and sound effects, and all of the editing is done by me for my animated projects and my short movies which I make. I do all the voiceovers and I create all the background music too. I'm not the jack of all trades, master of none, or think I'm great or anything, and nor do I compare myself to anybody else's arts in any field, but I just share what I creatively enjoy. I believe we need to create in life and exercise our minds as well as our bodies and our imagination to do something and make something in life, rather than just complaining about the world and money and politics and political correctness and just working in jobs, just thinking about money all the time and complaining about others. That's no good. I believe we should be positive and creative. I never give people advice nor constructive criticism or anything, because I believe everybody is individually of themselves and they can come to their own learning from conclusions. We either live a healthy life in the mind and body, which then makes our reality so, and learn, or we be destructive to ourselves, and that's no good. I create art and animation, I create short movies, I write fiction, I make comics, I make short games, I even make rap albums and music of all different genres. So you'll see a lot of music by me on this channel too. Electronic music, beats, stuff inspired by the 80s, because I grew up in the 80s. I was, in the 80s, growing up in the 80s and the 90s, I was watching a lot of kung fu movies and anime cartoons and stuff like that, computer games. I was always playing games, and I've always been a creative soul, so to speak. That's what you're going to find a lot of on this channel, a lot of my passionate stuff. Now, in terms of my life's very different to a lot of people. I was born in London, England in 1982, but I moved to live in China when in the year 2008. I'm married to a Chinese woman. She's lovely, beautiful. I'm a heterosexual man. As I say, I don't agree with a lot of different lifestyles, whether you call me a phobic or whatever. As I say, I'm not religious. I don't support homosexuals, LGBTQ. I just thought I'd say that there. Nor do I hate anybody who is like that. I understand and respect that all people are human beings and they deserve respect. You're entitled to your rights and stuff. But I don't believe that certain things are a healthy lifestyle, such as taking drugs, such as cannibalism, bestiality, homosexuality, all that different stuff. Things I don't like. I disagree with pedophilia. I disagree with violence to women, violence to anyone. I believe, we should be peaceful and follow the way of nature. I disagree with all that stuff, gang banging, crime, violence, killing, beating people up, self-harm, taking drugs, taking alcohol, even plastic surgery, or even as far as living in an image which is not true to yourself, such as if you are not true to yourself and you're just acting and being a slave to society, like trying to dress a certain way, speak a certain way. I don't care how many tattoos you have on your body or chains around your neck or what colour you dye your fancy new hairstyle or what clothes you're wearing. However it is that a persona or is that truly you? Because if it's not truly you, then there's a problem there. I believe we should be honest with ourselves. Now, if you were born with two heads or missing limbs, or if you were born and you literally were born as a homosexual, then fair enough. I respect anyone for however they naturally are. But I'm just saying, I don't agree with certain lifestyles and propaganda and bullshit that's being promoted. Look, I'm not a vegetarian. Some people are. Some people follow different religions to others. I'm not religious. I'm not a fan of sports, But it doesn't mean that you're going to beat somebody up and say they're phobic. Oh, they're afraid of spiders, so you're going to beat them up. Well, it doesn't mean that someone disagrees with you, so you're going to beat them up. No way. It's not about the majority or the minority. It's about every individual as such. You've got to respect as their true self. They are who they are. As long as they're not physically attacking you or trying to rule laws out and try and control the society, the politics and all that to infringe people's rights and discrimination, that's something you should fear about. Fair enough, But in terms of just saying what you believe in and what you don't believe in, I think that's fair. Anyone can say what they want. What is offensive language? About political correctness and bullshit. Anyone can be offended by anything. And who is right or wrong? If you say the individual matters and people march for movements and stuff down the road and it's okay to protest over this or that, but it's like the individual is never even respected anyway, it seems, in society, because they only look at the figures, like how the percentage of how many people are voting for a certain thing. So it's still not fair, right? I believe the individual should be respected for who they are as a human being. Well, I've got different beliefs, I should be respected. You've got different beliefs, you've got to be respected. No one should be trying to force someone else to come to their way of thinking. So I never give advice to people, nor constructive criticism, or tell people how to live. I just share my thoughts. That's another point I want to say. Some of my videos, you'll have comments open to you can leave comments on my videos. Some of them I won't leave comments. That's not me running away in fear. It's for the simple fact that I believe I or you or anybody can choose whether they want to engage in conversation. It's not a point where I'm trying to show off or put a point out or anything like that. Some of my stuff gets a bit crazy. My short movies, some of the stuff you see might be controversial. My music, whatever. I mean, like some of the lyrics you might not like. I fucking swear and whatever because I'm being myself freely. But I don't believe in disgustingness and hatred and all this vile, perverted evil in the society that's going on now. I don't. I'm not pointing the finger at any specific stuff. I'm just saying there's certain things you might not like about my videos. You might think that it's it's not for you or whatever. It's childish or whatever. I've had people talking about martial arts and telling me that I don't know what I know or whatever, and I'm this or that. It doesn't matter. I've been sharing hundreds and thousands of videos ever since 2008 on martial arts training. I've been teaching people martial arts for many, many years. Just my bit, what I know. Like, I'm not some expert tough guy. I'm not some MMA, whatever the hell out there trying to... So I'm not even into MMA, as I say, but it's like I train traditional arts, that kind of stuff people call bullshido nowadays. I stand for the true stuff, not bullshido nonsense, but kung fu, karate, the ancient ways, wushu and that. My name online has always been, or like a nickname has been, Wushurichard. Might sound nonsense to people, but this is a new channel, and I want to say welcome. On this channel, it's not going to all be martial arts related on this channel. Martial arts is a big part of my life. It keeps me going. I still stretch and work out every morning. Since moving to China in 2008, I've been training hardcore. I used to wake up in the freezing cold snow and train from like 3:30 or 4 o'clock in the morning outside. I've trained in tropical weather. I've trained with snow up to my knees. I've been through such a life. I've been living in people's houses like a prisoner, having to pay them money for years and years, a kind of extortion thing. I've been robbed, mugged. Lucky I've come out with my life in some situations, rough situations. I've lived in rough situations and places in London growing up. I'm very, very lucky to be able to share and be alive and be able to share with you guys. So it's no showing off or anything. I've been through a lot, but there's always people that are worse off. But I've been lucky to have a roof over my head. I've had a hard battle growing up, and wow, it's none of this privileged white boy cracker, whatever they want to call me. I'm not part of society. I live in modern society. I don't live in a cave as such, like some kind of monk, recluse, a hermit, but I'm like that kind of thing. As I say, I've got my own kind of beliefs on life, philosophy. I live in modern day, and I use technology, but as such, but I don't follow what's pumped into our face every day by the media and all this. I'm not interested in politics. I'm not following anything what's going on around me in this outrageous world. I'm not to be affiliated with anything. I may be white skinned and I was born in England, but you can't call me like I'm belonging to these people or those people or that way of thinking or that culture. No, I'm literally accepting of all nature and all people. I'm a peaceful being. You've got to have peace in your mind to have peace in your life. I believe in keeping a healthy mind and a healthy body, focusing on true life. That's what I believe in, and that's it. I don't think about money all the damn time and then some kind of image. No way. Just pure honesty with the self, not trying to be humble and prove a point to get people to like, you don't like me, fine, I respect all people. It's like, I believe in being honest with the self. Even when talking to the camera like I'm talking now, I can hear what I'm saying. Is it some show or what? No, I know myself. So what you're going to see, okay, is you're going to see me joking around sometimes. You're going to see me calm. Sometimes you're going to see me in a bit of a mood or whatever. It's just real life, right? You're going to get OTR videos which are on the road, like me exploring and talking when I'm out and about. You're going to get philosophy talk type videos on my thoughts on life at home. There's going to be art videos, animation, music, and so much other stuff, short movies, as well as links and information where you can find my other projects like the games I'm making, the writing and the books I write and stuff, and comics and scripts. And there's going to be so much music on here, and there's going to be martial arts videos. I've been making so many over the years, as I say, thousands of martial art videos already with me training and with students of mine. But as I say, on this channel, we're going to just get them whenever they come, okay? Various training. It's better to train properly in real life and train with people. Really, it's the best way of doing it. And no martial art is the best. It depends how you use it, just like any tool in life. But it's about peace. It's not about beating the hell out of people and that. It's about self-defense, yes, but it's about health and focus. And I want to say thank you for watching this video, okay, this introduction. It's not all going to be martial arts related on this channel, but there will be martial art videos. I exercise and work out every day, as I say. I do speak Mandarin Chinese. I've been living in China for many, many years. I'm originally from the UK. Big thank you to you for joining me on this channel. Be true to yourself, and I hope you enjoy this new channel. I've been doing thousands of videos for the last so many years, since back in 2008, and life goes on. It's beautiful. Love life.